Yeah, so my background goes back to 2008. I started in a company called Syntec. We sold automotive products, car cleaning products, fuel additives, and it was my first MLM. And I like to relate my experience when it's kind of like when I first bought my first car. You know, it didn't have all the bells and whistles that I wanted. Didn't have the sunroof and the power windows and steering and all that stuff. But I was happy that I wasn't riding a bike anymore. It was like, it was my first ever MLM network marketing company. I didn't know better. I just joined the business because I was excited about the products, and I'm grateful that I did because I changed my life through network marketing. In that business, fuel prices were $5 a gallon when I first started, and I made $4,000 or $5,000 my first month. And when you're 18 years old and you make $4 or $5 grand just talking to people, it has an effect on you. I'm like, hey, that's a lot easier than every manual physical labor job I've ever done. If all I have to do is talk to people and make money, I can do that. So I fell in love with the concept of network marketing because I saw it as a business model where you could have a lot of time and a lot of money. Most businesses, you have a lot of time and no money, or a lot of money, no time. So I really liked network marketing, and I saw people that didn't have a formal education that were making 6 and 7 figure incomes. I'm like, how's that possible? So in Syntec, because of the business, I dropped out of school. I started doing it full time, and a couple years into the business, I became one of the top income earners. Had tens of thousands of people on my team. My team finished out at about 52,000 people around the world. I traveled all throughout Africa, Asia, Europe, all throughout the United States. So I got a really good education on network marketing, how to really build a business, and made a couple $1 million in that company, and kind of just paid attention to the industry. And I noticed that in my business some things started to change. The compensation plan changed. They rolled out a skincare line that I've never been a skincare guy. So I just kind of looked around, looked for a new home, and flew into a lot of companies in Utah, Arizona, Houston, and just kind of looked at their whole plan, just like this. I looked at their comp plan, tried the products, talked to formulators, talked to scientists, all sorts of people, and I got sick to my stomach. I was looking for a new home. Everybody was asking me, Josh, where do we go next? What's our next move? And I didn't find anything that got me excited. It was like the same story told just a different way. It was like everybody had their own thing that made them unique, and I just couldn't make a decision on where to go. So over the years, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of experience as a consultant for some network marketing companies selling online marketing systems. I started an online marketing company, so I had a good background in systems and software. And then some of my best friends are in the manufacturing business, where they manufacture products for network marketing companies. And when I learned from some of my manufacturing guys, that I was actually shocked at some of the companies they manufactured for. Some of the companies they manufactured for were the companies that I flew out to go visit to see if I wanted to, join their business. And I'm like, wait a second, you manufacture their product? I just flew out there and, saw all their products, and they had this, constructed story about how they made it somewhere else. So I was like, you know what, why don't I start my own MLM? I've got systems and software. I've got manufacturing partners. I've got my own money from all the money I've made in network marketing and selling systems. So I decided to launch My Daily Choice. And My Daily Choice is really a daily brand company compared to other companies in the industry. And the reason why is when I was searching for a new home, I saw a lot of these companies, they commit themselves to one industry or one product line. They say, we're weight loss, we're skincare, we're insurance, we're legal services, we're online shopping, we're travel, we're whatever. And over time, people start to lose excitement about those products or services. They have a good run for a couple years, and then people start to pull away. And that happened in my company. We were fuel additive, skincare. And it was confusing. It's like, if you're, and we were saying this before, if you work in a car dealership and you sell Infinities, and then tomorrow your boss calls you after 5 years and says, hey, you got to go sell Fords, you're going to be like, well, that's confusing. I've never sold a Ford before. We had all these old men that are gearheads selling automotive products that are now being forced to sell skincare. So it didn't make sense. It created a brand identity crisis. So as I looked at the industry, I noticed that wasn't just my company. That's a lot of companies in network marketing. They start with services, then they get into products, or they start with weight loss, then they get into skincare, or they start with skincare and they get into all sorts of other products and services. So I wanted to create a brand that was open-ended, where I can sell any product or any service that I want, and when I do so, it'll enhance the brand because it's a daily brand. We're not a spray company, it's a daily brand. So my daily coffee, my daily travel, my daily sprays, my daily shopping, my daily pet products, hair products, beauty products, whatever we want to sell. Not to say we want to be Amway and sell anything and everything, but we could if we wanted to, and it would enhance the brand. So that's the idea behind the brand, and I think it's pretty clever. It's easy to say compared to other network marketing companies, not to name a whole bunch, but there's Vima, Zija, Visai, Visalis, Syntag, Zuriz, Zurvita. I mean, it's out of control. They're all Latin names. They're hard to pronounce. So I wanted something that was easy for people to pronounce, that has a meaning behind it. So that's how we came up with the brand. The products, we started with the sprays, and the reason why we went with sprays versus like a capsule or a pill or a juice or something like that is, first thing is they're really light. So when you go to ship them around the world, people don't have to pay a lot of shipping for it. You compare that to a heavy energy drink or a big thing of juice, people are going to get burnt on shipping, and they're not even going to want the product because the shipping is going to cost more than the actual product costs. So they're really light, they're easy to ship around the world. When you spray into your sublingual glands, there's a 98% absorption rate compared to taking a pill or a capsule. 40% of Americans can't take a pill. So all these network marketing companies selling pills aren't even reaching a big percentage of Americans. 170 million Americans that can't take a pill. So I really think the spray market is a big market. Plus these are unique. I mean, sprays are not done in every network market. There's very few network marketing companies that sell nutritional sprays. So also there's the immediate benefits. There's a great taste to them. It creates that emotional attachment. So I think if you compare it to other products, it's a slam dunk. But each spray itself is very unique. Peak has deer antler velvet with 8 superfruits. We said this at our last meeting, that each one of these superfruits, a network marketing company has been founded on them. Like a network marketing company, Vima, has been founded on mangosteen. There's Tisha and Noni has been founded on noni. There's goji berry, there's Mackay berry, raspberry ketones. So there's been 7 or 8 companies in the industry that have been founded on these different superfruits, and some of them have gone to billions of dollars in sales. So we have 8 superfruits and deer antler velvet in just one of our products, and people are using this for all sorts of stuff. Pre-workout, they're saying it's helping with muscle recovery. That's probably the biggest benefit that people are seeing is we've had a lot of people say that they go to the gym and they're taking the Peak spray, and after their muscles don't hurt. Their muscles aren't sore, or they recover faster. And I don't know if you've ever worked out and then the next day you're just ripped up and you can't move. People are taking this spray and saying that they're ready to go in the morning. People are saying that their back pain's gone. I've got my buddy Chris, who's a big cowboy from Idaho, and it's actually kind of a joke. It's really funny. They all are heavy drinkers. They all drink a lot because their whole thing's whiskey and potatoes. Yeah. That's all they do is drink whiskey, and so anyway, he's got an entire team in Kansas that's ready to quit the business because they're saying the Peak is making them drink less. So I thought that was pretty funny. So that's the Peak. The Boost, it's just healthy energy, immediate energy, energy on demand. It's only got 2 calories and less than a gram of sugar. So people who are sensitive to energy drinks, this is perfect for them. It doesn't make you feel jittery. It's not like you get real high and then you crash or anything like that. It's just natural caffeine from coffee bean and then B12 vitamins. So this is, I think this is going to be probably one of our biggest selling products, just because everybody wants more energy throughout the day. So yeah, the Boost is awesome. And then last spray, which is Shield, is an alkalinity spray. So it's got coral calcium, ionic minerals, aloe vera. It's great for healthier skin, healthier hair, moderate weight loss, helps with reducing the risk of chronic diseases or sicknesses, flus, things like that. So people love the Shield as well. This one tastes like apple. This one tastes like sweet tarts, and this one tastes like berries, or like a grape berry. So these are the first 3 sprays. We also have a weight loss spray that's coming, and a sleep spray as well. So this is our first line of products. Each bottle member price is $24.95, which is pretty competitive to the spray market for like a really good spray vitamin. So competitive pricing compared to what's out there retail, very unique, ships to 150 countries. So just the retail side of the business is pretty cool. So those are the products. Like I said, we're not just a spray company. We plan to go into many more products and services as we grow. As far as the other things that make our business unique, our compensation plan, 85% payout. That just doesn't exist in network marketing. That's why a lot of people are attracted to our business, because if you look at network marketing, a lot of companies pay out 40 to 60%. And when I started to dissect these companies, I realized why they pay out 40 to 60%. I always thought companies were just greedy. It's not the case. It's how they need to run their business. So if you have, for example, if you go to third party to buy your systems and your software, and you pay $2 a user, and you have 50,000 people in your company, that's $100,000 a month that you have to pay. That's a lot of money. If you have a big office, that's $20,000 a month, and then you have 20, 25 employees, all those costs start to add up. So they got to come out of somewhere, and it comes out of the sales and the compensation. So I was like, well, if we're going to start our own MLM, we got to do it different. Because if we're like every other company that's out there, we're going to get slaughtered. Startups right now are getting slaughtered because they're so new, and if they go the traditional way, it's just hard to get momentum and growth. So we did it very different. We don't have a big corporate office. This is our corporate office, which is, it's not even really an office. It's just like a meeting room.
Yeah, conference room.
Conference room, right? So we don't have a $25,000 a month office. We have 0 employees. So we don't have to have a $25,000, $30,000 a month payroll. And I've always believed that if you pay your affiliates and your distributors more money, they're going to stay. If you start to pay them less to cover your business costs, they're going to leave and go find something else, because they're always shopping around. So what I see is when you have an 85% payout against a 40 to 60% payout, people are going to want to come into the business because they can make more than whatever other company they're in. Doesn't matter what company they're in, they're all paying 40 to 60%, and they can make more money in this comp plan. So that is definitely a unique advantage that we have as our compensation plan. And we have guys that can run numbers on it too. So you get a big group, and they tell you how many people they have in their team and what volume they're doing. We can show them what they're going to make.
Okay.
So so the comp plan is awesome, and the way that we can pay that out is we own our own softwares and systems. Because I have a systems company, and we do software. So my company does the software instead of us having to go third party or something like that. So everything's done in-house. My designer designed all the pages, the whole website, everything, and they're all Indonesian, so they're like $2 an hour compared to paying guys in the States that charge you $2 a user. So So everything's done in a very smart business model. Our system is an X factor for us. Most companies that we looked at were buying systems from us. Like we sold 40 systems in the industry. We did huge companies. We did like Solivay, we did an Herbalife system, a Vima system, an Organo Gold system, a Wake Up Now system. We did all these systems in the industry. So that was kind of our bread and butter. Is people would come to us, we'd sell them a system, and then they would charge, $24.95 a month for the system and promote it to all their users. And I started to have like an epiphany where I was like, none of these network marketing companies have a system. Like, online marketing is not embraced by any of these network marketing companies. They're all old school traditional guys that promote meetings or hotel conferences and stuff like that. And I'm like, what if we did the system for our company and gave it away for free? People would be attracted to that, right? Because they're looking to join a deal because of a system, and they buy a system from us for $24.95 a month or $49.95 a month. And if we give it away for free, it's an insane amount of value for being in the business. So we have no website fees, no $14.95, none of that. We have no back office fees. We have no system fees. As long as people buy the product, they get everything for free. And it's not just a capture page and some marketing tools like a brochure or anything like it's a real system. The way it works is when you sign up, you get a lead capture page. You get multiple lead capture pages, and you get your corporate replicated site. But with the capture pages, if you send people to your capture page, we have what we call a success line, where every single person who opts in goes into the success line. So as an example, if you send Todd to your capture page and he puts in his name, his email, and his phone number, it's going to create a temporary position in your tree for Todd. Todd secures his spot either in your left leg or your right leg. And then Todd is going to be notified when activity happens. So then you send me to your page, and I secure my spot underneath Todd and starts to build a line. Even though Todd and I haven't paid yet, we're just taking a look. It's like boom, boom, we're both pre-enrollees. But the system will automatically trigger an email to go to Todd saying, Todd, congratulations, Josh just joined your success line. And then you send some more people, your upline sends some more people down that leg, and Todd's getting an email saying, Todd, 50 people joined your success line, 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people. It's infinite.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, Todd could still be getting an email saying 46,398 people are below you. And every Thursday night at midnight, all the pre-enrollees have to secure their spot to keep the paid affiliates underneath them. If they don't, the paid affiliates leapfrog them and jump them. So it creates this weekly fear of loss cycle that's really, really cool. And all the we're all networkers. All of the meetings that you've ever done, think about every single meeting you've ever done for network marketing. And think about if every single guest sitting in the seats, you pre-enrolled into a system that would triple them. It would blow you away. I mean, I've done hundreds of meetings. I've spoken to tens of thousands of people, and I've never been able to pre-enroll people into a system that's going to automatically fear or loss them for an infinite amount of time. So you sit in front of a room of 150 people, let's say there's 50 guests. Traditionally, you'd have to close those guests, grab their contact info, and manually follow up. And a lot of people just don't have time for that today, or they're just burnt out. But with this system, all 50 people could pre-enroll while they're sitting there, and they're going to want to, because some of those 50 could be underneath the person sitting next to them. So they all pre-enroll into the business, and you've got them in. You've got them in the system where it's going to automatically fear loss them. So the system is a big deal. I've seen just in the last 30 days some serious duplication that I've never seen before in network marketing. When you have people that are sponsoring 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 50 people their first 3.5 weeks in the business, that goes to show you something's working.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the system. So we're pushing close to 2,000 paid affiliates our first 30 days. So yeah, it's going really well so far.
Okay.
And we are local here in Maryland, so that's a big advantage for everybody here because we can go hit Maryland, DC, Virginia, PA. We can go hit every market on the East Coast and not have to wait for somebody from Utah to fly in to help us do a meeting.
Yeah.
So it's a big advantage to have a local organization, instant credibility on the East Coast. Now, people out west will probably feel the same way that we've felt, but you know, it's the way it is.
Yeah.
So that's the quick rundown of the whole business, and it's affordable too. $69, $149, $299. We wanted to put something together that was affordable for everyone. $69 is less than a cup of coffee per day.
Yeah.
So it's like when you put it into perspective, where you know ACN is $499. The business I was in was $600. You know, so this is just a no-brainer. Anybody can sign up for $69. Like, I don't feel like we're gonna have the I don't have the money objection as much. It's like $69. If somebody doesn't have $69, they're full. You know what?
Yeah.
Everybody has $69. It's just what they spend their $69 on.
Well, the 69 also gives you a product. Right?
Gives you 3 bottles, so you get to try every single product. These last a full month. So $69, they get, you know, the business, they get the system, they get a portion of the comp plan, which is still lucrative. And if they do enough sales, they rank through the company. So someone could sign up at $69 and still max out the compensation plan. They don't have to come in at $299, they just make more money faster coming in at $299. But either way, I mean, you know, we had in our last business we had $298 and $598. Those were our starter packs. And when we went international, it was so difficult because when you're in a third world country where the average salary is $500 a month, and your starter pack is $600,
Yeah.
you're cleaning people out of their full month salary. So a lot of these companies, they've missed the boat. They don't realize that in some of these markets, people can't afford that. So I look at it as low cost, high margins is much better than high cost and not being able to sign up as many people.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, that's the business, and I always say that there's always that moment where you have that one decision or that one choice to get in on something when it first started. I mean, I've had a few of those opportunities where if I got started with them when I was pitched on them, we may not even be sitting here today. But I passed on them. And I've just kind of learned that timing is always everything. You know, it's the people who kind of just sit around and watch and wait, they never make the fortunes in network marketing. It's the people that get in and just run for a couple of years and they look back and they've made millions of dollars. So anyway, that's any questions on business so far?
I think pretty simplistic.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys get started and we can work together and crush Maryland or take your business international, whatever you guys are looking to do. We're here to help everyone make money. Anything you guys want to add to that?